Now then, ladies and gents, it has been a minute. I wanted to get a YouTube video out a long time ago, but here we are, we're cracking on. So you join me right now from Birmingham Airport. I'm heading out to Dubai and I'm bringing you along for the ride. So I'm heading out to Dubai for an event with my business mentors for the next 3 days. I do this normally once a year, but funnily enough, I wasn't even meant to be coming on this trip. I didn't get tickets for this event in time. They were sold while I was on holiday last year and didn't have my work phone. But one came up last minute and here we are 4 days later, heading into the airport and heading out to Dubai. I'm not gonna lie as well, I'm even more gassed for today because I'm flying business class for the first time ever, which is it's gonna be an experience. There is absolutely no way a lad from a working class family in Colton should be rocking himself in business class, but hey, we're here either way, we're gonna have fun. Doesn't matter whether I'm dieting, building muscle, or even prepping for a hard marathon like I have right now. Rule number one of any trip, you always get an airport pint. Cheers. Tell you what, I find it objectively hilarious as well that I'm currently in the Wetherspoons getting a pint of Guinness before boarding my first ever business class flight. Good way of staying humble, to be fair. Alright, we are up in the air, so 6.5 hours now to Dubai. Time for me to get on with a shit ton of work. So I've got DBA webinar to do, I've got homework to do for my business mentor, I've got content to create, I've got planning to do for the next quarter of this year as well. And more importantly, probably most importantly, I'm going to go visit the bar. Yeah, there's a bar up here. This is fucking crazy. Alright, we have finally made it. It is 3:15 in the morning here in Dubai. I'm in my apartment, and this apartment is it's pretty fucking sick. I'll do a bit of a tour tomorrow. Right now I need to sleep because I've got to be up in about 4 hours to go for a run along the Palm. Got like a 10, 12 or a 14k, I don't know. Who knows how I'm gonna feel in the morning for it, but I'm just gonna fucking send it either way, so. Good morning. I am absolutely dead. I think I've probably had like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours sleep at max. Whenever I travel, my first night, no matter where I'm staying and stuff, is always pretty terrible. It takes me ages to fall asleep. And yeah, I think I eventually got into my bed at about 4 a.m. So yeah, not exactly the greatest night's sleep, but we're here. We're gonna go out, gonna go for a run along the marina. Not really sure what distance I'm gonna do. I was planning on running around the Palm. But me and Ellen have both decided that we're both pretty wrecked after poor night's sleep. So we'll probably leave the Palm until a few days time. We'll probably do like a 5k or something around the marina right now. But anything just to kind of shake off the cobwebs and kind of get me ready for a productive day. So yeah, let's get at it. All right, 5k in the bag. How are you feeling, Ellen?
Very good.
Not gonna lie, that was an extremely hard 5k. Shouldn't have been that hard, but then again, when you only sleep for 2 hours, is what it is. So, but time for the best coffee in the world. Have a little stroll on the beach. It's not a bad morning, eh? Right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm 3 bits of caffeine deep and it's fucking hitting me now. I am jet lagged to fuck. I'm tired from 2 hours sleep, tired after a run, tired after doing 20k steps. Trying to do a little bit of work right now, but crucially, got a special guest in the apartment. Say hello, Morgs.
Hello.
I'm featuring him as well because he's actually pretty good at YouTube, so hopefully I can cut off the back of his followers and get some views on the channel, seeing some shit. Yeah, go subscribe. What was it? Like, comment, subscribe? That's the usual.
Yeah, that's the one.
One of the really little things I enjoy about my job is being able to do check-ins and listen to music in the background. I'm obviously not playing it right now because copyright and all that. But honestly, being able to listen to these two absolute goats play it back-to-back here for the next couple of hours while I do some work, honestly, one of the best things about this job. Good fucking morning. Another day of doing stuff that I've learned from Colton should not be doing. This is my third time at this restaurant and the view still kills me every single time. Like, this is just nuts. First time for Morgan, he's absolutely loving life over here.
Vlogception, mate.
Vlogception, bro. Third time doing an event in this gaff and it's still so fucking good. What a view. All right then, day one of the Business Mastermind done. It's been a long ass day, to be honest. Waking up at 6, go for a walk, PBA check-ins, straight to breakfast, straight into afternoon tea, straight into the first part of the business intensive, and then obviously finished off, a few drinks, bit of pool, chilling out with the guys and girls. Just finished getting a very, very late dinner because we haven't actually really ate that much today, to be honest. So yeah, it's been a long ass day, so time to turn in. Tomorrow's going to be a big one. We've got a really, really busy morning of the second part of the business intensive. So yeah, I better get some shut eye. I am knackered. Right, gang, have we ever seen a more perfect fridge lineup? Full selection of monsters, C4s at the back, Asahi's on the bottom deck, and a bit of Prosecco as well if you're into that shit. But that is fucking unbelievable. Oh, DJI friends! DJI friends! Alrighty, day 2 underway. Feeling fresh, monster in hand, ready for another day of business. Fortunately, someone next to me is a little bit worse for wear. I can tell you don't drink much. To be fair, you went straight from Prosecco to vodka, so it's kind of your own doing this. Are you even an online coach in Dubai if you don't come to Chipotle? Well, case in point. God damn. Mike, why are your shoes over there, mate? So apparently if I don't record footage, my mentor's not going to be happy, so... I think this is like my 5th or 6th time in Dubai, and this is the first time I've ever known it to rain. It's first time for everything. One of my favorite things about doing these events is that it always gives me a kick up the arse because there are some things that I am just really lazy at. Emails is one of them. I haven't sent one in like 3 weeks, so these fuckers have spent pretty much the last 3 days ranting at me to start doing emails more, and here I am. So look out for that one. So I said in my 30s that I would never do golf and I would never go running. And here I am at the Grand Jays of 31, prepping for a half marathon, and I'm now at Top Golf for the first time in my life. Yeah. I want to record this next segment for YouTube. I'm just laughing at Morgan right now. Hey! It's alright, isn't it? Are you doing this on purpose?
Should we get 2 hours?
With the boys? Morgan's about to absolutely send the piss missile into the back.
The only one I was put this in line with your left heel.
Not bad. That's alright. That's alright. Turn up. Gosh. Tell you what, no matter how many times you come to Dubai, this view does not get old. So fucking cool. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm a big watch guy. I'm not normally a fan of Jacob & Co because the watches are normally massive and ugly, but that roulette one is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm gonna give Morgan a heart attack here and tell him how much these watches are worth. Can you have a guess? Fiver. Yeah, you should be, but have a guess what the average Jacob & Co watch goes for.
2.5.
Yeah, you're not far off. It's about 4 to 5 million.
Yeah.
Both of us gone for the Oda. The Cinnabon cheesecake. This is gonna go down a treat. Yo.
Fair play. Lives up to the hype.
Fair folks. Cinnabon cheesecake. Absolutely. Sensational. Generational. Fucking hell. If you ever want to know what the ridiculous nature of the car scene here in Dubai is like, right? So we've got a custom Hummer there, just for one. Got a Bentley Continental GT back here. We've got another Rolls Royce, and that's Phantom at the back. Lamborghini Urus, Huracan SVJ over there. Rolls Royce Wraith. We've got a Cullen in there. A Ferrari Purissangue, Lamborghini Urus.
Another Ferrari.
That's an 812 Competizione.
Oh my.
Ladies and gents, I spent a good chunk of time on social media taking the piss out of the Tupperware Brigade. So what did I decide to come and do this morning? Come to the gym where you will find the entire nation of Middle East warriors of the Tupperware Brigade here. I've come to Binous, which is known as one of the best gyms in the world. And honestly, I've been here 5 minutes. I've only just started my session, but it is pretty fucking sick.
And now there's a big meathead staring at us after I've just said that.
Wouldn't surprise me if I get cancelled in here, so. This gym is outrageously stacked. New Reds, by the way. When it comes to training on holiday or when you're on a work trip, whatever like that, you really don't need to overcomplicate it. Literally all we're doing in the session today, 5 to 6 movements, 2 sets each, basic rep range like 6 to 9, 8 to 12, let's say, and just go all out in every single set. Chances are you're going to be training in gyms that have completely different equipment to what you have in your home gym, completely different movement profiles, patterns, things like that. So, you know, your body's going to be feeling it. Your body's going to be like, yo, what the fuck is this sort of thing? Morgan, how you feeling?
Where am I? Pretty good, mate, pretty good. I feel like a famous YouTuber and that. You should have me on the screen, really. Well, us.
Right then, final day in Dubai. Coming to the end of what's been a pretty damn good trip. This is, I think, my 5th or 6th time out here in Dubai. And honestly, I love coming to this place every single time. But I think this trip for me is probably my favorite one that I've done for many different reasons. But, you know, I'll spare the details and stuff like that. But last year was not my greatest year, if I'm honest. There was a lot of setbacks, a lot of shortcomings, and just not a lot of positivity last year, let's put it that way, right? And, you know, I was coming into 2026 hopeful that, you know, it was going to be a better year for me, both personally and professionally sort of thing. And I think the big thing for me was I wanted to make sure that this year was way fucking different to last year. And for me, coming on this trip has been a really big part of that. Obviously, I was not meant to come on this trip. I didn't get tickets for it in time. I was very much a last minute addition to this trip. And I very nearly didn't do it because I knew it was going to be a lot more expensive for me and stuff with the booking it last minute, stuff like that. But I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I came out here. Spending this weekend with my business mentors, who for me are the best in the game, probably the most honest, the most genuine, the most truthful mentors in this absolute shit show we call the fitness industry. I don't expect many people to know this, but the mentoring game in the fitness industry is just a cesspit. It really is. Sleazy sales mentors everywhere, getting you to do the most abhorrent, diabolical shit just to try and land clients. I'm not about that vibe. Thankfully, Mike and Dan, my mentors, I've worked with them now for a few years, and you know, they are everything but that, you know what I mean? So spending time with them, learning from those guys has been great. And then crucially as well, spending time with who I consider to be the best coaches in the game, especially from the UK side of things. You know, these guys have built genuine businesses, and some of these guys are doing, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the numbers that I am. And, you know, for me to be able to see that kind of level of scale with a business, and for them to still remain so genuine, so passionate about helping their client base, and ultimately providing just, you know, an absolutely outstanding top level service sort of thing. I look at that and all I can feel at this sort of point is like, I want to be like that. I really fucking want to be like that. You know what I mean? We all have different niches. We work with different people and stuff like that. But to know that they're providing such an outstanding service, you know, making a huge impact on the fitness industry in a positive way, and, you know, going some way to try and rebuild the reputation of the fitness industry at a time where, you know, it's absolutely in the dumps, is huge. And I really want to make sure that I'm a part of that this year. You know, I've got goals in mind. I've got, you know, targets set in place that I really want to do this year. Last year for me was a year of just kind of surviving, not thriving, if I'm honest. And, you know, now coming into this year, I'm like, you know what? this year is the year that I want to make more impact. You know, I've got full belief in what I do with the Barbell and Beers program and BB8, the message that I put out there, the way in which that I coach, and my sort of more realistic approach to kind of just get this whole getting in shape thing. You know, I've got nothing but belief in that. And I think last year I probably didn't push that belief as much as I probably should have or could have, sort of thing. This year I want to go all out. You know, it's the whole reason I'm trying to do more YouTube, for example. Write better emails, create better content, grow my new Instagram page and stuff like that. Because I really do want to have more impact. I do feel like there's a corner of the industry that still needs a voice like me to be able to go out there and kind of preach what I do, sort of thing. And I'm hell bent, especially after this event, I'm hell bent on being able to do that. So, you know, I'm gutted to be leaving. I really do love it here in Dubai. I still, to this day, keep contemplating, you know, do I move out here, sort of thing? Because I really do feel like it's such a perfect setup for what I do and the lifestyle that I like, sort of thing. But then I'd miss my home comforts, and I'd mostly miss my niece. She's adorable. So, but look, I love coming out here. No doubt about it. I'm definitely going to be coming back at some point later this year, I want to say. But yeah, it's been a really great trip, really eye-opening, really insightful, and you know, I think for me, this was kind of an eye-opener. There's a lot more I can be doing. There's a lot more I should be doing. And, you know, this year is about kind of proving that to myself, to Mike, my business mentor, and to all the people around me, and crucially to my clients as well. You know, I want to make sure that I am the best coach for my clients. I am doing the best, and I'm making sure that, you know, every bit of money they invest in me, they see the true value in it. And, you know, it's up to me this year to make sure that I continue to deliver on that and try and be better. So, I'm looking forward to getting on the plane later on to kind of digest everything that I've learned over this weekend, go over all my notes, see what I can immediately implement and stuff like that. And then, yeah, as soon as I get home later on this evening, get a good sleep, tomorrow it's straight back to it, and it's straight back to the growth. So, looking forward to it. But I'm also looking forward to seeing how long this YouTube video is going to be, because I've recorded so much goddamn footage from the last sort of 6 days of being here, but it's all pretty fun. So, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.